A little while later, I go up there, I see a stick in his ass, like a chair leg. So I asked him, what is he doing? And he's just steady, you know what I mean? Just steady doing what he do. This ain't the first time he tried something like that. So I see blood on the ground and I asked him to pull it out. You know what I mean? Blood squirted immediately. Now I'm freaking out.
The man in the video is Al-Mutahan McLean. Video shows him attempting to weave a web of lies surrounding the rape, torture, and murder of his son, Dakoda Collins. Dakoda Collins was just 10 years old when his life was cruelly cut short in December 2019, a case that would eventually reveal unspeakable abuse at the hands of his own father, Al-Mutahan McLean. On December 13, 2019, Dayton, Ohio police received a 911 call from McLean, claiming his son was unresponsive.
What do you think is coming out?
I'm not sure what it is.
Can you clean that out of his mouth a little bit? Take your fingers and clean it out of his mouth, just so he doesn't choke on anything?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, just mental behavior. See, he just hurts himself all the time.
Okay.
He wake up, don't get his way, slam his head, eat his
All right, I understand. Okay.
It never ends.
Okay, are you cleaning whatever you can out of his mouth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you think he could have taken anything, or you have no idea?
I know he likes to eat his own poop and
Okay.
lay in his own pee all day.
Okay.
He won't stop at no cost.
Okay, so if he's breathing, let him breathe. We're going to go ahead and start CPR, okay? So keep him clean where he is, okay?
Okay.
Is that
I'm blowing in his breath,
Okay,
and it smells real rotten in the inside of his stomach.
Is he breathing? And you're going to blow 2 breaths into his mouth, okay? You're going to cover his mouth with your mouth. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
When McLean called 911, he made it sound as though Dakoda's death had been an accident and tried placing blame on the child. But as investigators dug deeper, the truth became harder to ignore. Dakoda had endured unimaginable abuse at the hands of his father and stepmother, abuse that McLean had tried to downplay during that eerie 911 call. Paramedics would arrive and find Dakoda unresponsive and transported him to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead. Examination of the body showed obvious signs of abuse, so McLean was arrested and brought in for questioning.
Right here. And that blue chair? That blue chair right there.
We are going to be interviewing you in regards to the crime of a homicide. Okay.
Homicide, that's like premeditated.
Homicide's kind of a catch-all for somebody that died more than likely not of natural causes. Make sense?
Yeah.
So it kind of covers a lot of things. It could be murder, it could be...
That's the thing. I don't know. I don't even know why my child is dead. You know, I still don't know.
If your child's dead?
No, they just told me he did, but they didn't tell me what killed him or anything like that. You know what I mean?
That's kind of what this opportunity is for you to tell us.
To discuss it with you.
We weren't there.
Right.
You were there. We weren't.
Right. So
This is, once we go through your rights, this is your opportunity to kind of tell us what happened today and how he died, how he became unresponsive because we weren't there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We want you to tell us, because we weren't there, what happened today.
Well, this is what happened. I ain't slept in about 3 days, right? Kid keep falling down the stairs, keep knocking his head around. It looked like something was wrong with his stomach last night that I noticed. And I gave him some water to throw up. You know what I mean? I had him drink like several cups of water because it looked very odd normal. And I know that he used to eat his own shit. So I just wanted to make sure that he was okay. So he drank the water. That was it.
Here, McLean tries to spin the narrative, claiming that Dakoda was troubled, even violent. He painted himself as the victim, suggesting that the boy's injuries were self-inflicted, but the evidence told a different story.
I've been dealing with this for probably since he was 2 years old. He's been doing this. Yeah, and so I've been very tired. I ain't slept in 3 days, so I'm just sitting there. And here he come rolling down the stairs again, ba-doom, ba-doom. So I told him to go back upstairs. A little while later, I go up there. I see a stick in his ass, like a chair leg. So I asked him, what is he doing? And he's just steady, you know what I mean? Just steady doing what he do. This ain't the first time he tried something like that. So I see blood on the ground and I asked him to pull it out. You know what I mean? Blood squirted immediately. Now I'm freaking out. I'm like, hurry up. You need to get downstairs so I can get you in the shower. You know what I mean? And see what's going on. So at the time, I didn't think nothing of it. I just see that he bruised up as usual. Seeing the young lady, he never stopped. They would find any way, any type of way, anything to use just to put a bruise on his body. So as a parent, I just put him in the shower. I put him in the bathtub to try to, get some of the swelling to go down or whatever the situation may have been, clean him up, make sure he was good. So I'm sitting on the couch. He like, Dad, come here. He like, Dad, help. So I come up the stairs to help him. And that's when I noticed his body was cold, very, very, very cold. So I took him downstairs and tried to rinse him off, to see if he'd shake out of it, wake up. I had no clue of knowing that he was sick to that extent, or that this is gonna go anywhere near this far. I just figured he was doing his normal acting out. He was kind of tweaking a little bit, you know what I mean? But as far as just like this, this is my way of describing it, just like this. But this is something that he done pulled for many years. All the time, damn near every day. Every time he don't want to have his way, this is what he's pulling. Can't get him to eat his breakfast. He don't want to eat his breakfast. All he want to do is eat his feces. So I'm like, all right, at this point, there's nothing I can do but let him sit there and lay down. Okay. So, like I said, he said, Dad, help. And I came up the stairs. That's why I'm shocked. Right now, I'm not even crying or nothing. I'm just like in shock. Like, my child really dead? How? You hear me? Is what I don't understand. Now, I know them girls didn't do nothing to him and kill him. I just don't understand it. I'm very serious. That's where I'm at. It was shocking. Yeah.
When detectives mentioned the attic, McLean flinched just for a second, but it was enough. That attic was the center of Dakoda's nightmare, a place where he was hidden away, as if McLean believed out of sight meant out of mind.
It was perfect, actually. When he went up there, he didn't stink. He had a bed, he had clothes, he had everything he wanted. But this is the point that I'm trying to make as a parent. This is how far this go. I done had social services out there. I called the police. The police told me he was being unruly and that when he got a little older, they'll be able to, put him in some type of juvenile center. And this is the day after he jumped out the window. I'm traumatized every day. It's a new show. Like, he would come down, I would invite him to watch TV. He's my son, he was handsome, he looked just like me. You know what I mean? And I would invite him to sit down, watch TV, and this, that, and the third. And he would just, the smell was so loud, I can go up there and clean it every day. And 5 years from now, you'll probably smell it. So if it was the fumes, I don't know what it was. I did everything in my power. That bucket that was upstairs, I used to put soap and water in it and have him clean it up. Clean the floor up, clean your walls, clean it up. Like, it's just unbearable. I'm downstairs on the couch. I can't even sleep because the smell is so strong. Outrageous. And he getting put in the shower every day on a regular, you know what I mean? But regardless, it'd be like you never put a drop of water or soap on him. It's very shocking right now, the fact that he did. I never thought that he would end up dead. I figured if he eat his own poop, I even Googled it, like, will it hurt you? And they was like, nah, to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
Dakoda Collins endured years of abuse. McLean subjected him to years of unimaginable pain. Dakoda was regularly beaten with belts and sticks and other objects, leaving him with visible bruises and scars. The abuse even extended to sexual violence, with McLean raping his own son multiple times. Psychological torture was also a constant in Dakoda's young life. He was forced to stand in stress positions for hours, deprived of food. McLean often locked a naked Dakoda in a filthy attic. The abuse was so severe that Dakoda was forced to eat his own feces. Despite numerous reports of abuse from teachers, school staff, and neighbors, Montgomery County Children's Services failed to take decisive action to protect Dakoda. Al-Mutahan McLean was charged with multiple counts, including murder, rape, kidnapping, and child endangerment. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 50 years. McLean's girlfriend and her sister, who lived at the house, were also charged for their role in the abuse. They both plead guilty to involuntary manslaughter and received prison sentences. Could this have been prevented? How many more Dakoda Collins are out there, hidden away, suffering in silence? The case forced an overhaul of Ohio's Child Protective Services, but it's hard to shake the feeling that this was too little, too late for Dakoda. That's it for today, but before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below with your thoughts.